Of the effort, and I think we did a nice job of responding to whenever Hernando got on the board there. Maybe came out a little bit flat, a little bit nervous in that first inning. Gave him 5 outs to work with, but after that, sort of settled in, and Conor threw the ball great today and gave us a chance. And then can't say enough about our offense, the way they swung as well.
The main thing Hernando's coach said is that you guys battled at the plate from the top of the lineup all the way down to the bottom of the lineup. You guys who were at the plate, just tell me about what was it that allowed you guys to keep that, extending those at-bats?
That lefty was good that third day. He threw 3 pitches for strikes, and he had the fastball, good curveball on the lefties, and he threw a really good changeup to the righties. But I think, our pregame, we take it real serious, and we have Coach Getz throwing us curveballs, fastballs. We get to the point where we want to try to put the ball in play and make something happen and not give easy outs.
Yeah.
Just consistent good pitching all year. We've seen it, so we just battle up there no matter what we can do and just try and put the ball in play.
Yeah, we came in with a good mindset, hit the fastball and adjust to off speed, and we all did that. We hit the fastball early, and if you got down, we hit a curveball oppo. We did our job all day.
I'll say something. If you look at the last 4 starts against us, we've seen Lehner, 3 losses his entire career. We've seen the guy from Lakewood Ranch, who was I think 9-1. The guy from Estero 11-0. Okay, so we faced some quality arms, and this guy, I think he was 11-1 as well, or something, something to that, So we've seen quality arms. So I think that throughout the playoff push, they've seen these kind of pitches or pitchers, and they know what to expect in certain situations. When to drive a ball, when to try to just move a guy over, and so I think it's a testament to the schedule that we've played and into the arms that we've seen as well.
Conor, when did you find out that you were going to throw today?
Sometime last week I found out. I kind of got a lot of signs, and then finally Coach just gave me the nod, so I felt pretty good about that.
To know so far, or to have an inkling so far ahead, what's your mind saying to you day in and day out as it leads up to this point?
Just I knew it was going to be just another game, and I just wanted to go about it the same way I've gone about a lot of my quality starts, and I think I did that. So I just wanted to go in the same way I had been.
Coach, you talk a little bit about the decision then, because obviously when you get here, a lot of teams have to kind of face with the same thing. Do you throw your number 1 guy, or do you save it for the championship game?
Yeah, if you look at the stats in the program, we have a lot of pitchers that have 6 wins and 4 wins, and that's just how it's been all year. We've used a lot of guys. We came here to win states, and if you finish 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, it doesn't matter. You just chalk it up as going to the Final Four. I couldn't look the team in the eye tomorrow if we didn't give it our best chance to win it. And our best chance to win is having Lance on the field somewhere. Okay, you can't have the leader of your team in the dugout DHing, and so that meant he couldn't throw today. He will be on the mound tomorrow. You have to, in my opinion, you have to have at all times one of your best players, on the field, and for him to have to sit in the dugout half the game, it just wasn't the way our coaching staff saw how this tournament was going to work out.
So you're saying this was as much being able to use him at short today, as opposed to not being able to use him at all tomorrow?
It was him being on the defensive side of the field 14 innings.
Do you fret at all about a decision like that? Because obviously the backfires.
Conor's going to the University of Florida as a pitcher. We have every confidence in him. It's nice to have him, and then bring in Kilichowski and Trainer to close it out. In my mind, if Conor got through 5 innings today, we were going to have a successful, or a chance to win. And I think he got through 5 innings, and we were able to rely on the rest of the guys to close out the game. But it's nice to have the offense to keep on pushing, that lead and putting pressure on defense. Then you're able to, save some arms or rest some guys as well.
Anything in your scouting of Hernando that you thought that might also be a good matchup for you?
three of their best hitters were lefties. Conor has one of the most devastating changeups in the area. That's a good pitch against a good lefty. A guy looking to pull off from the ball. And Conor was able to locate that down and away. And I think you saw he got a lot of swing and misses on that pitch. A lot of ground balls on that pitch. So we felt confident once we found out we were playing Hernando, and kind of the meat of their order was left-handed, and we're pretty good that if Conor could throw that pitch tonight, with the two-seam little run, that he would be, he would have a good day.
Were you hoping to get 5 out of him, and everything else was gravy? I mean, obviously, you probably want a complete game, but I mean, were you just like,
Yeah,
give me 5 good ones?
I mean, 1 o'clock games are freaking brutal. I mean, when I went out there, I actually was going to let Conor go to the next batter. I was going to let him, get a little lefty, and he looked at me. I could tell he was like, "Coach, I'm done. Like, it's hot. I'm tired. I've exerted and he gave everything that he had today, and and it was 5 innings was good enough.
What was anything in particular working really well for you today? Or?
My changeup had a good bite on it, down in the zone, and a good run on my 2-seam. I wish I would have been able to locate my 4-seam a little more inside and out on the plate. But overall, I felt good with the sharpness of my pitches and everything. So.
How did you feel coming out of that first inning? Did you feel that you were a little lucky that you only did allow a run, or given maybe a couple bad breaks early on that it was just that was all that you were gonna?
Honestly,
allow?
I felt really energized. I know our team plays with a lot of energy. We clap and scream on the bench as much as we can, and I'm a just all-out guy. And so when they were screaming on the bench too, I just wanted to get in the dugout and have our guys do the same thing. So when they got out with just one run, I felt like that was a victory a little bit. So that was I wish that run didn't go across the plate, of course, but our team responded really well with the bats, so I was really proud of them.
Richie, place this game, or rank this game, this performance, as far as this year is concerned. Where does it stand?
Well, right now it's number 1. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be number 2. They play so hard. It's fun to watch. I keep on telling this is in my 5 years as head coach and playing and coaching, in Gainesville. This is the most fun I've had. They get after it every day in practice. They get after it in the games. It's a lot of fun to be around. You would have to say that the Osceola game was a pretty good ending, 3-run home run, the walk-off grand slam the next week, a 5-inning regional final, and then a complete game effort today. But we're in the same situation as we were last year. I remember sitting back telling you the same things. We had a great game. We played complete, and then we let 1 inning get away from us. That's not going to happen this year. Okay, different mindset, different focus, and hopefully different result.
What about to the players? If you guys can kind of speak to that, after coming back from last year, what makes you guys think that it will be different this time around when you go into the final?
I think just our attitude coming in to the state tournament and throughout the season, I guess. We have as a team a swagger. Last year, we were good. Last year we were real good, but we didn't. I guess the guys that are on the field, they played well. They didn't have that same charisma as this team does. So we feel really good about going in tomorrow. So confident.
Kind of some of what Conor's saying. I think last year's team came into the season a little, we didn't really know what to expect out of the year. We didn't really know if we were, going to make a deep run in the playoffs. We knew we lost a lot of guys the previous year. And we're kind of playing game by game. This year we're not looking over teams, but we expected the entire time to be sitting here today and to be going into the state championship game and hopefully be crowned state champions. It's been too long since Jesuit's been able to call themselves state champions, and tomorrow it's going to change.
Yeah, last year's team, me and Conor watched it from the dugout. We watched that game, and most of the team right now watched it from the dugout. So, we saw how hard they played. We saw how hard they worked all year to get there, but we're going to try to finish that game. We want to be state champions.
And and that hard work that the team last year, us sitting on the bench, I learned a lot from the guys that played. So it was just fun to be on in the dugout. But now that we're back, we have a little more push, a little more something inside of us that wants to just get it done. Get it done for the program and for the guys last year that were here and everybody. So.
Please take this as us being confident, not cocky.
Oh, it's cocky.
We understand. We understand how hard it is to get here. And like I said, we just hope to be able to finish it.
This is probably a loaded question, but does it matter who you play tomorrow?
I mean,
We'll be happy with whoever we play. It's
you
an
want
opponent.
to, of course, you want to play a team that took something so special from you. But at the same time, you're playing for a state championship, and whoever's across the lines, it doesn't really matter. The effort's going to be there, the heart's going to be there. So whether we play Archbishop or not, we're going to give it 100% no matter what.